name is Rob, I'm just across the street. Dear God, we live so close, we never seem to meet. I was over to your house just after school today, hoping I could see you. You must have been away. You could such a handsome home, but you live there all alone. So I wondered if you need somebody to keep you company. Dear God, I've been there a couple times this week. Dear God, the door was open, I just had a peek. All you got for furniture's a bunch of wooden chairs. Must get kinda lonely, no one's ever there. You got such a handsome home, but you live there all alone. So I wondered if you need somebody to keep you company. You got places just like this one everywhere I go. Do you live in all of them, or are they just for show? Dear God, I saw homeless children on TV. Dear God, come on over, you can watch and see. So I wrote this letter 'cause I figured if you knew, you could let them come and share that empty house with you. You could touch a handsome home, but you live there all alone. So I wondered if you need somebody to keep you company. Yours truly, me.
Woo! Now that was a sound check.
The sound check turned into performance.
Excellent. Wow. Yeah.
Well, my name is Rob Heath. I was born about 3 blocks from here at the General Hospital in downtown Edmonton over 71 years ago. And we're here at the After Hours at the Commodore, which David says opened here 80 years ago. So they were 9 years old when I was leaving my mother's womb. This is a song I wrote, it's about 3 albums ago. And it's kind of self-explanatory, so I'll just go for it.
She had that smile old barkeeps get, like there's an inside joke that they're sharing with God. She cracked the cold ones, their troubles all poured out. She just listened and nod. The guys were almost 12 pints deep in conversation about how life was rough. They played that sad song, complete with violins, until she'd heard enough. She said, yeah, life ain't fair, boys, so what's your second choice? Sure, there's some days feel like Mondays, when just getting up can get you down. Some surrender, just remember, when every silver lining has a cloud. Still one more day above ground. We all get one brief happy hour, and we can celebrate or cry in our beer. We don't even know it, hell, it's closing time. The last call is here. And after all, well, who knows what's after all? Sure, there's some days feel like Mondays, when just getting up can get you down. Some surrender, just remember, when every silver lining has a cloud. Still one more day above ground. You got to laugh at life, 'cause if you don't get the joke, you're gonna just hate the punchline. Sure, there's some days feel like Mondays, when just getting up can get you down. Some surrender, just remember, when every silver lining has a cloud. Still one more day above ground. One more day above ground. One more day above ground. One more day above.
Shortly after that album was released, I went to Kerrville, Texas, and they have this like 18-day folk festival down there. It's just amazing, and they invite young songwriters to come, and they have what they call a new folk contest. And I'd made the final 36 in this contest, and I went through a divorce, and I wasn't going to go, and my father said, you know, you got to go. So I did, and this song was a winner. It's a song. When I was in my early 20s, I volunteered at a rape crisis center, and I learned that for some kids, monsters really do come when the lights go out.
Jenny is drawing a monster with a devilish grin and dark eyes. She says he comes nights for long visits, the kind that makes 6-year-olds cry. Other kids draw suns and rainbows and cute little houses with trees, with a crayon she keeps in her pockets. Jenny just draws what she sees. There's a lot more to what Jenny draws than anyone ever thought there was. Picture's worth 1,000 words. No one saw what Jenny draws. At 15, Jenny models her leather on the corner, walk and don't walk. And with Jenny draws mostly a cat calls from the college boys cruising the block. She been spending her nights with Prince Valium and a few dozen jaunts from the hills. She's learned you can draw blanks in the morning if you kick back some gin with those pills. There's a lot more to what Jenny draws than anyone ever thought there was. Pictures worth 1,000 words. No one saw what Jenny draws. Now at 30 she's drawing a deep breath as she walks up and rings the doorbell. That monster appears in the doorway with those eyes she once colored so well. Then Jenny draws her Smith & Wesson and a crowd from the neighborhood. When Jenny draws a line in traces of lead and wipes the grin off him for good. There's a lot more to what Jenny draws than anyone ever thought there was. Pictures worth 1,000 words. No one saw what Jenny draws.
How many albums have you done, Rob?
7, I think.
Wow. Do you have a favorite?
You know, they all have their, their charm.
Yeah.
First album I did was in 1987. Well, actually, I cut an album just before that really never went anywhere, but I had an album called Play On in 1987. And it was distributed through Electric Records, who went out of business, so I'm hoping that I wasn't one of the reasons for that. But I didn't record again for probably 15 years. First album I did quite well, but I kind of sank into just songwriting, and I had a publishing deal at Criterion Music, who also had Lyle Lovett and Kim Carnes and a few other people. So I went to Nashville in 1995 and did a lot of country writing, and I didn't do another album until 2002. And I've done probably popped out an album every 3 or 4 years since then.
Do you like the recording process?
I do. I have a recording studio in my house. I do like recording. And I mean, the first album I recorded with Van Wilmot, who's now the music director at the Mayfield. Most of the albums I recorded were produced by Louis Sedmak, who's just one of the best guitar players around. And the last couple I produced by myself in my studio.
Wow. Yeah. And you say that you don't play a lot live.
I don't do a lot live.
How do you keep the chops up? Because there's some, it doesn't look like you don't play.
Well, that's my chop. That's it. You've just heard it now. Okay. From here on in, it's all downhill. I like playing guitar. I mean, I started. John said he started at 9. I started at 13. I was a late starter. But I've had a little more time than him because I'm a lot older. And I don't ever put my guitar down. This is, I think most of us here have experienced a member of the family locked inside of their bodies with dementia. And I'm no exception. You still hear their voice in your head while they're leaving you in slow motion. This is for my mom.
I said, can we get married? put it in those words, but I was only 4 then. My dad saw you first. I guess he just was lucky. I think he knew it too, 'cause he's still hanging on tight to what is left of you. Although he tries to hide it, I see the sadness in his eyes. 'Cause he can't bring you back now, no matter how he tries. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye. Your sisters in this picture have both been gone for years. I know that if I tell you, it's gonna end in tears. Your heart will break all over. It's better you forget these things you can't remember, the things you won't regret. So I will only listen. No, I won't say a word this time. And you can talk about them as if they're still alive. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye. As we flip through photographs, I see this one makes you laugh. You remember how things once were. It's only for a moment, but oh, how I have missed your smile. 'Cause every day I lose you a little at a time. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye.